Welcome, friends, colleagues, strangers, to Invisible Wires. Once there was this kid who couldn't go and change with the girls in the change room, and when they finally made him, they saw birthmarks all over his podcast.
Hey, this is CSQUARE for Invisible Wires Podcast. It is October 11th, 2023. We're not going to tell you what day of the week it is. You look that up yourself.
It's Wednesday.
We meet on Wednesdays because Saturdays are just too damn busy with mowing grass and doing domestic items.
Bringing the hump day vibes and fall vibes once again.
We've escaped the grind of life, and we've come here to discuss chodes and other important news.
Chodes of Greek mythology.
Chodes of Greek mythology.
Thank you for joining us.
Philosophical dyads and
Taint talk.
and trepidatious taints. That's hard to say 3 times.
Trepidatious taints?
It's hard to say 3 times once.
Terrible trepidatious
Sounds like
taints.
a bad metal band.
Trepidatious. Couldn't say
This
it right.
Saturday at the Armory, it's Trepidatious Taints. With special guest, Flying Chode Hammer.
And with us today we have the Rabbit.
Happy fall solstice or something. I don't know if that's a thing.
Just make up lunar happenings.
Hey, there is a lunar eclipse this week, isn't there?
Lunar eclipse.
Big news
On
if
the
you guys
13th, Friday
Big
the 13th.
news if you guys are listening to
Lunar
this next week.
eclipse
But
of the heart.
if you're listening to it before, check it out. You got to get the special glasses and all that.
Yeah, get the spouses out and.
Spouses?
Is that what you said?
Special
Special
glasses.
glasses.
Oh, you get your spouse out and moon that shit. And next we have Bondo.
What's up? And happy fall solstice again. Fall is the best time of year, don't you?
Oh yeah, it's my favorite.
I feel like everybody kind of lives, like, especially in our little group, like, we'll have get-togethers and Shaman will show up in a flannel. And
I
it's
just
like
want to
July.
call out Shaman right now on the podcast. I know he listens to every episode.
Oh, shit.
Shaman and the Sandman both were supposed to be here for the podcast tonight. And they just...
Well, Sandman got called out to work.
That's bullshit. Of course. No, he didn't. Nobody gets called out to work on a... What do you got to do on a Wednesday night? What do you... Hump day something? I don't know.
Oh, no, he drives all over the country.
Okay, Shaman, no excuse for you.
Yeah.
No excuse for Shaman
excuse for
at
you.
all.
Poo-poo on you,
I'm so
Shaman,
tired
who-
I'm teaching children.
Oh, like we
I mean,
all
how
don't
hard
have,
is
like
that?
we all don't have jobs.
I have a job.
Shaman.
I have 3 jobs. 2.
Is this a new segment, Shit on Shaman?
Yeah.
It's my turn. Yeah, where you at, stupid Shaman?
Yeah, you're supposed to be the voice of the people. And when you don't show up and give the people what they want to hear, you're letting them down.
We're starting to get bad for talking shit about people that don't show up.
We're like a church.
This is exactly
Where
how
was
it
you
is.
Wednesday night?
Well, look at we here. We got the prodigal son coming to church finally. I had somebody say it to me at church once.
Good to see
yeah,
you,
me too.
business
I'm like,
time.
I was gone for a week. I didn't go off and like go to a whorehouse and
Hey, you miss
waste all
another
my
week
father's
and you
money.
might.
Huh?
You miss another week and you might.
I'm always here. What is it like? Going to church doesn't make you more holy, but people think that. Well, I don't go to church. You're like, that isn't.
I haven't been to church in so long. I wonder if attendances have been affected because I feel like probably less people go than
Because
ever,
you
think?
because you don't go.
No.
Oh.
Because well, just
Well,
because
Bondo
I
quit going
haven't
to
been there in
church,
so
so-
long, it seemed like there was a lot of people going when I went.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
The fact that I thought you were
Bondo's-
like, you know, since I've been going to church, I bet there's more. I bet church attendance has probably gone down. Since
like,
I
Bondo,
stopped.
he'll be there Sunday.
You'll see. You'll see him.
Then you'll understand. Then
Listen,
you'll get
Sherry, it's been 3 straight weeks since Bondo's been to church. It's time to give it up, okay? He's not coming back.
it. We might as well stop going.
Yeah.
If there's no Bondo, there's no us at church. But no, I imagine now there's not.
Do you ever think that when you stop going to church, that other people stop going, and it's your fault they don't go to church?
Became a stumbling block for
I'm almost sure that happened to
my
me.
brothers.
Because you know what? I was the pastor. So I think there probably was.
Well, if he's not showing up, then there's
But
probably...
the pastor's not showing up.
Not much point in anybody else.
No.
That's just such a.
Actually, that's probably a
You
better
ever-
idea.
You guys ever go to a church and the pastor was out of town, so they had to have, like, the assistant pastor?
Yeah.
He was in charge, and it was, like, super
That was him
awkward.
too.
I was the assistant pastor.
But, like, you know, like, the pastor, like, announces. He's like, next week now I'm going to be gone, so Brother Dave will be taking over the service. And next week comes, and Brother Dave's in charge, and there's, like, a third of the people there.
Yeah.
So, like, how does that make Brother Dave feel? He gets up there, and he's, like, taking note of
He's like a
everybody that's missing.
substitute teacher.
Yeah.
You know, everybody treats a substitute
You can't,
teacher.
if you're a pastor, you can't tell everyone in advance you're not going to be there the next week.
I think that's true. It's like saying, like, you're going to go see a band, and it's like, well, it's like you're going to go see, I don't know, Queen, and then this Lambert's the singer, you know?
Yeah, that's the case these days.
I know what I'm saying. It's the same thing. Well, listen, Queen's going to be there, but there's going to be this guy who's on American Idol there
Instead,
instead.
enjoy it.
And it's going to be even gayer than it was before somehow. Because it probably is.
Yeah, Freddie Mercury died of AIDS, and it still wasn't as gay as Adam Lambert. He died of the number one gay disease in the history of
He's the
time.
greatest gay guy of all time, Freddie Mercury. Can we agree on that?
He has the greatest
Ooh, I
mustache
don't know,
as well.
man. Let's think about it.
The greatest gay guy in history?
Yeah, it's got to be Freddie Mercury.
Let's think about. Okay, first of all, the criteria has to be
Yeah, there needs to be another contender.
has to be
too.
known that they're gay. They can't be closeted gay. Because what if, like, Winston Churchill was secretly gay or something? I don't know.
Right.
So it has to be an out in the open gay guy.
Okay,
And it has to be universally accepted that they're gay. So Freddie Mercury, he's in the running.
I think Liberace should be up there.
oh,
Liberace. Elton John.
Yes.
Are you
definitely.
putting Freddie over Elton?
Yeah.
I think I would too.
Hmm.
And it's, I mean, Freddie has something too because anytime somebody dies, I mean, there's that kind of always, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not fair though.
I know, but that's the case.
Because what if Freddie lived and he started just making like shit music?
That's usually what happens.
Well-
Not to say Elton makes shit music, but not
Did
everybody
you
can
see?
make
Did you see
it
Elton
after
John
it
when that like COVID happened? Remember that COVID thing that happened? You guys remember that? And
I totally spaced on COVID.
what are you doing?
I can't see.
Oh, okay. And he I guess, you know, he was caught in his house too, and they had him sing a song like on that big All the Stars Sing at Their House
Yeah.
a-thon thing, and Elton John was so blasted on every drug possible, and he messed up his own song. Like,
don't
it
have
was
that.
so bad. And I mean, Elton John's awesome. I mean, for real, he's cool.
Well, nobody can be on all the time. That's
But if you're at your house and you know they're going to come film, and you're at your home piano,
well, there's a lot of people doing a lot of COVID drinking.
he was
Was this like an online?
he was
thing?
drinking absinthe with gasoline or something, because it was like real bad.
Ooh, absinthe.
I've had
Ooh.
absinthe.
I have
God,
too.
no way.
I had absinthe in Greece once, and I was in this hostel.
Are you sure you're not David Bowie?
Yeah, that does sound like
Sounds
something.
like a David Bowie.
And I
One
met a
time when
tribesman of the.
I was in Greece and we had some absinthe there, and Iggy Pop came over and we drank absinthe and ate sugar cubes. And,
Sugar cube.
You do have a sugar cube with
yeah,
absinthe.
they
that's-
poured over
yeah.
it or something like that. You don't eat it.
I mean, that was a wild. It was
Did
like
you
this.
drink a lot of it or just a little bit of it?
I drank a lot of it.
Yeah.
We're at this like hostel, and it looked like an old building. But then you walk in, and it's like all modern, and it's like you open this one door. It was like when you see like a round kind of room, and it's got all these doors, and like in like sometimes movies like it's portals or every different. It was like a portal to every room. One was like a bedroom, and then you open it, it was this huge bar, like real nice bar. It was like I don't know, like what's that cheeseburger restaurant downtown?
Fat Patty.
Fat Patty's was automatically there. Couldn't think of it. And I had Absinth with these people from New Zealand and Australia, and I don't even remember what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't remember. I mean,
You blacked out.
it was either a long time ago or I blacked out. But
Or
I have
both.
a lot.
It was probably both.
Probably both of those. Yeah. But I mean, I'm surprised I came back from Europe. To be honest.
I did all the drugs and drank all the things.
So I think I didn't do any drugs, but I did drink a lot. It was a blast. I had the greatest time of my life. But
I remember Absinthe was like a days-long hangover. It was great while I was drinking it, and then it was not so great for a few days.
it kind of makes you hallucinate.
The colors looked like vivid and things like that. I didn't really see anything like it wasn't. Whoa, my hand's melting.
I don't remember. I was
remember.
also drinking vodka at the time, so it's like, who knows what the thing. So the greatest gay guy of all time, Freddie Mercury, stands.
Welcome back.
Are you looking up gay guys on your phone? What are you doing?
Yeah, I have it
A
programmed.
lexicon.
It's actually like I don't even have to Google it. It's already in my history. I just
I've had this conversation with
gay
myself.
guys.
I mean, Elton John's up there, but he's not.
Elton John. Okay, what about?
George Michael, is he up there?
No, not even close.
Not even.
It's
close.
hard to beat Freddie Mercury.
It is. Hard
What
to beat
about
Freddie
Ellen?
She's not a gay guy. She's a gay woman.
Mercury. Has to be. Yeah, it's got to be a dude.
It's got to be a dude. Okay,
Hence the word guy.
Pete Buttigieg.
Who's that?
He's the transportation secretary or something.
I will know. I don't think so.
What about Obama did come out recently and say that they found letters he wrote to his ex-girlfriend in college, and he said that he fantasizes daily about having sex with men.
Well,
And then there's all the rumors about
they don't call Michelle Big Mike
Big
for
Mike,
nothing.
Big Mike, and all of this other stuff. So, I guess that doesn't meet our criteria though, because they have to be
Well, not yet.
Openly.
We'll see what unfolds.
openly.
History.
In retrospect, if Obama ends up coming out, he's got to be number one, right?
If Obama comes out as gay and becomes like super gay and becomes the lead singer of Queen,
Why does he have to be super gay?
He's got to be the lead singer.
Why can't he just be
okay, he can be. He can
like
be
Anderson Cooper gay? Like he's corporate. He's
NCIA assets?
yeah, and he
Yeah,
has,
if you
his family
drone,
has to
if
be
you're
the
gay and you're
Vanderbilt.
droning shit, if you're drone, yeah, you might be.
Who's
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Other awesome gay dudes.
Other.
You'd think Pee Wee Herman.
Well, what about what's
was
the guy
gay,
from?
but he was not openly. Gay.
He was not a real person either.
He
Pee Wee
wasn't.
Herman is not a real-
That's an interesting thing because I remember, like, whenever we saw Pee Wee on TV, it was like it wasn't Paul Rubens as Pee Wee Herman. It was Pee Wee Herman.
They
You know
didn't
what I
say
mean?
Paul Rubens.
Yeah, they didn't say that. So it was for a while. Like Pee Wee was a real guy.
You know what I think's funny about guys in like the Andy Griffith show. The Andy Griffith Show, starring Andy Griffith, but his name is Andy Taylor in the show.
Right.
That always cracks me up when
Wow.
the
That's
guy,
true.
when the
I'm never
name,
saying the actor's
like
name.
Dick Van Dyke, the Dick Van Dyke Show. His name was Rob Petrie in the show.
That does make sense. Yeah.
Anybody with their name in the show never has their character's name.
It
is
should be
never-
the Andy Taylor show.
But does
starring
that
Andy
copyright
Griffith.
stuff? It's like, this is mine. That's why Paul Reed Smith called his guitar company Paul Reed
They
Smith.
probably thought more people would watch a show seeing it. The Andy Griffith show. I know Andy Griffith.
But why can't his name just be
And
Andy
then
Griffith in
characters-
the show?
Yeah, that would make some sense. But
Is he-
somebody wanted to be real creative and give him the last name Taylor.
Why did they do
Oh,
that?
listen, we went down this road on the pod about how I think Andy Griffith was gay in the show.
he doesn't have a woman. Like,
Have we been through this on the pod?
I don't know.
No.
if I
Pretty
have
sure
with
we
you.
have.
No, but
I'm almost positive we have, but I'll go there again. He was always like
Kind
He
of-
was never oogling women neither.
Yeah,
Like
he
Barty
w-
and every other man
like
did.
what's her name? Like the lady druggist. What's her name? She wanted to fuck him real bad,
Yeah.
and he was always just like, ugh, like there was always some excuse. That one chick that was real hot. Like all these chicks wanted Andy, and he never.
but he
never
had to
pulled
be
the
seen
trigger.
as this like guy that was real respectful.
That's what I was thinking. He's supposed to be like, be very upstanding morally. So it was like he should. Maybe that's why. And he was he widowed? Is that what happened?
Yeah, he was widowed,
Yeah.
like every older gay guy.
Right.
Like every gay sheriff in North Carolina.
Citizens arrest! Citizens arrest!
Ew, let's put you in these handcuffs here.
Well, the actor that played Gomer, what's his name?
Jim Neighbors.
Jim
There
Neighbors,
we
thank
go.
you.
That's a
He's
good.
gay.
That's a
He's
good
gay.
pool. Absolutely, great.
Like
pool.
for real in real life?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim Neighbors. He was also an opera singer.
He was an amazing singer.
Yeah,
He does not sing at all like Gomer Pyle.
But I'll say this, he's not as great
not
as
as great as
Freddie
Freddie
Mercury.
not as great
As Eddie Mercury.
Freddie
I know.
Mercury. Did I say Eddie?
I think he started to, and then it tickled me.
Okay, for Freddie Murphy.
Okay, Freddie. Man, this is a tough task.
This is.
Well, even to find a suitable contender to Freddie Mercury,
I don't know if there is one.
if there's, I feel like we're overlooking
Neil
somebody
Patrick
that's
Harris.
obvious. It's like you almost have to pick somebody else that's not.
How about
here.
what's his name from Judas Priest?
Rob Halford?
Rob Halford?
He's gay.
No.
I mean, think how okay. Freddie Mercury might be one of the greatest people who ever lived. He's amazing.
No. Freddie Mercury was a piece of shit.
I mean,
Did
he
you not
was,
see the
but
movie?
he's a talented person. One of the most talented people. How about that?
So, are we talking about strictly talent or them as an overall person?
I mean, as a moral human, probably not. He was a hedonist of all sorts.
Well, yeah. There's that.
He was a hedonist, if there is one.
yeah.
He really wasn't gay. He was really bi, right?
He was okay. If you're bi, you're gay. Okay, if you
I've always made that argument myself.
if you take a penis in or around the mouth or butt, you're. I don't care what you
Yeah,
call it.
Okay.
it's like you can go both ways at that point. Like it doesn't matter anymore.
But you're really,
just
if you
gay.
go both ways, you're really called bi. Though.
If
Yeah.
if you're bi and you have sex with more men than you do women, you're gay.
Okay. If you're bi, you do gay stuff,
Oh, my head hurts.
right?
There's just so many options.
What's the okay? I'm
Pansexual.
assuming that the three of us in this room identify as straight.
I'm
correct?
straight. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the gayest thing you've ever done? Like the board.
Just
Like
touch dickheads real quick.
what's the gayest thing that you've done?
That I'll talk about on the podcast. Like, you mean with another guy?
I mean, that would be the criteria, I guess.
I mean, I've looked gay many times.
You and I have we've gayed it up.
Yeah.
This is getting hot. It's getting steamy.
I mean, you've bag tagged me a bunch, and that's
That
kind of
doesn't
gay.
count.
Okay.
That's not
It's not
gay.
gay.
Okay.
Bag tag and a fondle. That's gay.
One time, me and my brother were in Florida, and
Oh God.
I mean, obviously we're brothers, so we're not really gay. Just don't get any ideas.
It doesn't matter if
We're
you-
not gay. It's just
But
incestuous.
he went up to these people, these strangers, and asked them to take a picture of us. And he goes up and he's like, "We're on our honeymoon. Would you mind taking a picture of us?" And like these people are like, "Sure." And like he gets over and like puts his arm around me and like we pose. And these people, like random people, take a picture of us. I don't know. It was just funny.
I wore a lot of scarves in my life.
You have.
Does that make one gay?
I mean, it's pretty.
I mean, I guess it's homosexual to not want to feel draft. I don't know, like
on my neck.
If you have you're sensitive.
I'm a man. I'm gonna.
My
suffer
neck
through
is
the
bare.
cold. My neck is freezer burnt.
I mean, if you think about that, scarves, turtlenecks, those are gay. That's kind of gay. So covering your neck as a man
Can be.
it's kind of gay.
I mean, there's some burly gay men out there too.
That's
All
true.
Shapes and sizes.
That's
of gay
true.
men.
Rob Halford's one of them.
Mm.
They call them bears.
I mean, I would say Rob Halford is more manly than me in some ways,
Well,
other than having sex with dudes.
that's what I was about to say. There's nothing more manly than fucking men.
There's probably no.
That's the
You're gonna-
ultimate dominance.
You're gonna have sex with a dainty little flower.
Yeah, it's easy to.
Yeah.
Woman. I mean, that's
There's nothing more
that's-
manly than fucking.
That's
men.
old hat, man. When you can hold down a dude and just and take his
kinda like
dignity, like
When you
that's
got a
what dogs
lumberjack
do.
bent over, that's manly.
God, it makes me think of the Pulp Fiction scene with the gimp.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that's terrible.
smells like
scene.
burnt leather in here.
Gosh, we've gone down a dark path.
We have.
Very dark.
I
started
cele-
out by
I'm
talking
trying to
about-
celebrate
We
Freddie
started out.
Mercury.
We started out by talking about church attendance, and now we're talking about gay lumberjack sex.
What's the gayest thing you did in church?
Ooh,
Oh god.
that's probably where I did the gayest thing, actually.
The gayest thing I've ever
Oh,
done.
no.
I've worn a lot of
I was
scarves.
just joking.
I dressed up. Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
This might be gay. I dressed up as Cher one time.
At church or just in? Okay,
No,
just in general.
In like high school. My friend was Sunny and I was Cher.
That's all right.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
And we
that's-
won a costume contest. Really, he should have been Cher because he was way skinnier than me.
I think that
And I
makes
was-
it funnier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I looked good. My legs were great.
Did you shave your legs?
No.
Oh, okay.
Did you sing like Cher?
I don't know.
Sounds like Shakira. That's
I bet Cher drinks the blood of young children because she just looks.
she does. She looks very young.
What's that? Lady Bathory did that. That's like a real person that actually did that to stay young. She's like that's what the vampire. That's like the vampire legends from. I think it's Lady Bathory. That's why the vampire legend is kind of like a thing.
She drove Greg Allman to heroin.
Lady Bathory.
No, Cher.
Oh.
Cher.
I was like, they're not in the same era.
Do you believe?
Do you believe in blood?
Cher is like before Lady Gaga. Cher was the gay guy, like, anthem,
Icon.
like Queen. Yeah,
Madonna too.
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, there's the whole. Yeah, you just covered it, man. Cher, Madonna, Gaga.
It's like the line of secession.
Yeah, talk about. Yeah, I bet all of them drink children's blood.
I mean, Madonna doesn't know. Madonna doesn't
Well,
know
she's
that.
done some bad things. I think the reason she's not touring is because I'd read she was going in to have plastic surgery reversed. And I imagine that went badly because she's had like bacterial infections.
She looks like a Halloween decoration.
Yeah.
She's so scary. Like,
Never thought I'd see the day when Roseanne Barr looks hotter
yeah,
than Madonna.
for sure.
By a lot.
That really means it.
By a lot. Have you
Think
seen
about
Roseanne
it, though.
lately?
Madonna's got to be close to 70, right?
Oh, she is. Yeah, I think she's older than.
Well,
Right?
then
Like-
give her a break.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah, but when
age
you,
gracefully. Pam Anderson. Did you see Pam Anderson this weekend?
No.
She went to some, I don't know, some festival, something or other, fashion show. No makeup, no nothing, no fancy anything. She's just like, yeah, it was great to be what I was back then,
She
but I
look
don't
good,
feel the
or
need.
what's she
I
look
mean,
like?
she looks like a, yeah, she don't look freakish. She don't
She
look
looks like a
weird.
60-year-old
I thought,
woman?
yeah, I thought she would have looked worse without makeup because she's had some work done, but she doesn't look like Janice Dickinson or any of those people.
Yeah.
Or Meg Ryan, she ruined her face too. God love her.
Meg Ryan really biffed it
Yeah.
bad.
What inspires these people? I mean,
Well, when you're a woman in Hollywood, you're trying to stay relevant.
Dudes too.
Well,
yeah, you remember
for women,
Kenny
it's worse.
Rogers?
Oh, God, yeah.
Kenny Rogers He looked like someone melted his face.
His eyes were just so different than.
I mean, guys do it too, but women like in Hollywood have to keep up so they can actually get parts.
Right, and their weight too. More.
I mean, look at Harrison Ford, still leading man.
He's
Look at
he sold a lot of tickets.
what's his name? Not Nielsen.
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson. He's what?
What
50?
about me?
And he plays the same guy in every.
If you say my name 3 times, I will appear.
Neeson. Like he's the same guy in every movie.
Essentially,
Trying to stop killing people.
Except for
Hey.
he was Qui-Gon Jinn. Like
He's
that's-
still kind of the
It's
same
true.
voice.
Yeah.
I found a disturbance in the force.
The leader of the Jedi.
His midichlorians are off the charts.
What is his
He didn't really
nationality?
have that accent in that. Though.
What's his nationality?
He's
He's
Scottish.
Oh, he is.
He's Irish.
He's Irish. Yeah.
Oh.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
But he's like every movie's the same. Well, most every action movie's the same. Man, I'm gonna stop killing people for a living.
There
and
was
then
like Taken 4 came out. It's like, who the fuck's left to take?
No.
take care of your
Like
family.
They took the daughter in the first movie. Okay. They took the mom in the second movie. They took him in the third movie. Like, who's left to take? Like,
Took them all to
Yeah.
Disney World, and they had a good time.
John Wick's the same thing. John's like, I'm gonna stop killing people for a living.
I've not seen the fourth one, and the storyline's just kind of like it might as well be Mortal Kombat. Like it's just kind of a cheesy.
I
little-
love watching John Wick
Yeah,
movies.
they're awesome. The stunts and stuff, they're
Yeah.
awesome. Like the story, you
Yeah.
can suspend your disbelief as whatever.
You just
it is about.
say John
Yeah.
Wick's awesome,
There's going to be some,
and the
fights
Russians
and
are
some-
after him again.
Yeah, or whoever
Or whoever's mad at him.
Baba Yaga.
Papa Yaga. Then there's I'm gonna really go out on this here. I recently, when I was locked in my house for COVID and a shoulder injury and just basically just destroyed physically, watched every Expendables movie.
Oh, wow.
No.
And I was like, the story is awful. The script
Yeah, I couldn't do the first
is
one.
crappy. But the stunts they do, there's none better.
Do you know that Stallone does his own stunts still, even at 70 years old?
They were
He does all of them.
Yes. From what I heard, I don't know. I wasn't on set, but
Yeah.
from my novice knowledge of reading shit on the internet,
He's in his 70s as well.
yeah.
I mean, there's one scene where they are.
You gonna blow me up? You blow me up.
Hey, boss, made to pick you up. They always got these cheesy little lines or whatever.
Well, they always like throw back. It's like every action star
Yeah.
ever. And
I
then,
told you not to leave me hanging. Sorry, boss. I'm on my way.
but he looks amazing.
Who, Sly?
Yeah,
I mean, amazing is a overstatement a little bit.
dude. If I look like that when I'm 70 years old,
Kind of look gross though, because you're like wrinkly but somehow muscly at the same time. It's like how
listen, I will take that any day.
Have you seen Arnold's doing a big tour now he put out a book. So he's on Howard Stern talking about getting older. Like whenever he turned 50 he had a big open heart surgery or something. So then he couldn't like lift weights like he used to.
steroids.
Yeah, that too, I'm sure. But he's talking about the boidal. The bodal. I think it's the boidal or something, the gut.
Uh-huh.
He's just talking about seeing himself in the mirror and just hating what he sees, his stomach and his pecs.
You are pathetic.
Yeah.
Look at that. You
Like,
are a
could you-
loser.
Could you imagine being the image of the perfect body for so long? And then it's like he talks about how like when he was 30 and 40, he never thought about this thing. He's going to reach a day where it's like, it ain't going to look like that. It's going to,
Yeah,
and everything fades away. This too shall pass.
and he was the man. And here's the thing about those movies, though. They're doing stuff like they're robbing a train with a helicopter. They're ramping a boat onto a helicopter with crazy stuff. I mean, it's Mission Impossible level, which those movies are awful but great too. I got
think
something for action
the
movies.
plot of those movies are a lot better than.
Like the one with Philip Seymour Hoffman was amazing.
Yeah.
Philip Seymour Hoffman's one of the best, even though he's rest in peace, but he's one of the
Greatest heroin addict.
It's interesting. He did a movie called Before the Devil Knows You're Dead. Ever seen that movie?
Mm.
It's one of the
No,
best
but
movies
it's
of all time.
It's on the list.
It's so good.
Really?
It's got Ethan Hawke, and he's a heroin addict in it, and he's just like he probably was in real life. But man, that movie it's like a Greek tragedy. Used to be, or a Greek comedy, excuse me. Comedies were bad, tragedies were positive. They're the opposite. But it's so good. It's what's I think it's called a surreal type movie. It's like
Cerebral.
surreal. Like there's
Surreal?
some kind of like genre that's called surreal. I don't know. It's weird, but that movie, if you haven't seen it, I would say it's in my top 5. It's not like a yay afterwards. You're like, yay, I feel great about life movie, but it's
I hate those movies.
it's more like
I need a shower.
it's just I don't know. It's just written so well. Like I hate watching a movie and like know it's gonna happen. I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I like shows like that, Like, there's a couple of shows I've watched that made me feel super uncomfortable.
Black
It
Mirror.
was so good. I don't know, man. I couldn't get into Black Mirror. I guess I need to give it another shot. But
I should too. I watched there's an AI episode that was really cool, but I never did go back to it. Requiem for a Dream.
Oh.
You ever see that movie?
it's been a long time, yeah.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, you don't need to go out and see that again after you've seen it once, because it's just like, that is the one that I was like, God, I want to burn my clothes and take 7 showers, and then I'll feel...
I think 7 was like that.
Yeah, 7 leaves you pretty...
I went out with a date.
Pretty
I
forward.
took a date to 7, and we never went out again.
See, yeah, you're supposed to take a date to a scary movie.
You're
It's
not-
like,
not
you don't want to take
7.
them to a scarring movie.
Yeah.
I think going on a date to the movies for the first date is the worst idea.
If you go to, not for, hey, I never would have had my first kiss had I not gone to a
Really?
movie theater.
What's the guy's
first date,
name?
first kiss.
Oh!
I went to this movie.
CSQUARE.
I went to a movie with this girl one time, and I'll talk about it on here. I was probably in middle school or high school, or maybe 8th grade or something like that, 8th grade, freshman year. And this girl was like a new girl in school, and she was like, new girl at school, hot. You know what I mean? And
I gotta get her before she knows who I am.
oh, she was amazing. Anyway, I mean, at the time I thought, I don't know, remember. Anyway, so I get in there, and we're watching the movie, and I forget what it was. But she started rubbing my chest.
Whoa.
That's
And just like
it's weird.
rubbing my chest, and I was like, well, this is great. But I didn't, just like the whole time. And it was so weird. And I ended up thinking I'm kissing her or something
When
like
you're
that.
that age, you don't really know what you're doing.
I know. I was like, I guess we're just staying up here. I didn't. If she would have gone down there, I would have lost my mind at that point. Like, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. But I don't know. It was weird. I remember.
Does she have like Vicks Vapor Rub on her hand or something? Like,
you seem
got
like you have a
stuffy
cold.
nose.
I was very. That congestion was gone. After that.
Completely.
how about like, do you guys remember like the first time a girl touched you?
Yes.
Like the instant boner?
Like it touched
Like-
my wiener.
No,
Touched my wiener?
touched you in
You first
a
thought she touched
What
my
did I say?
wiener?
It's just a lame thing for me to say.
touched you in a like intimate way. Like,
I remember the first time I was at a football game and I held a girl's hand,
oh
and I immediately became excited.
yeah,
It was like I held her hand, like not hold a hand like you're at youth group, like you're in a
Right.
youth group praying, but fingers between fingers.
ooh,
There is something about the first physical touch, no matter how,
Yeah.
hand holding is fairly innocent, but it's still intimate.
that's like being in a relationship. Of course, it's been a long time for me, but who's counting? But like, you see your partner on a daily basis, you probably touch him 50 times. Just whatever. Like you're in bed together and you bump elbows or you whatever, and you get up and like maybe you give him a peck on the cheek. Honey, I'm going to work. Boom, kiss.
Right.
Blah 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 blah. But there's like that intent behind it. Like when you come home and she touches your hand. Like she touches your hand.
Yeah,
And like the intent behind it, and you're like, whoa, this is game on. Like
it's
there's
weird
something about that
yeah,
different.
the intention is the thing. You're
Yeah.
right. I agree with you on
It's
that.
like
I think the intention has to be there through all that other stuff you just blah 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 through.
This
Like
is the man who's still married.
Yeah. The touching, like there's something I read about like 20-second hugs.
Yeah.
Or like that's a 20-second hug is like a reassuring security kind of thing.
It's a long time to hug
It
someone.
kind of is.
But it also it's bonding, like
Yeah.
oxytocin and everything goes through your brain.
But
and
there's
everything.
that intention behind it, the
Yeah.
intention to grow
At
closer.
what point does a hug become awkward?
When you have a 20-second hug with a
21
friend.
21 seconds?
when you and I hug
Yeah.
for 20 seconds,
Yeah.
that's
That's
awkward.
too long. Like 5 seconds is bordering on too long for members of this room.
Yeah.
You wanna,
If I give you 20 seconds, I'm trying
hey,
something.
Bondo, do you want to time it?
You want to time
We'll
our
have
hug?
C-Square talk
Yeah.
during. Hold on.
Oh,
Okay.
dude, I could hold you. I'll make you feel at ease.
Okay, we're gonna do a
You might
20-second
cry.
hug.
Okay, you ready?
All
I
your
got the timer.
anxieties, I'm gonna.
I got
take your
the timer
anxiety
ready.
away.
You guys are gonna hug for 20
All right.
seconds.
You ready?
Go.
Okay. Hold on.
Hold on. I got the timer.
I got a timer here. Ready?
Yeah, but I'm gonna hold you.
Okay.
Here we go. All right. Ready?
They are about to hug. 20 seconds.
Aw, this feels good.
Yeah. You guys
A
bonding?
little closer. Yeah, it's ear to ear.
Yeah. Get just. Please don't.
We're in the studio.
Your hips are way too far away from each other.
Because there's a guitar. Another
That's good. I mean, you're at 14 seconds.
You know what? This is the gayest thing I've ever done.
Yeah. 19, 20 seconds.
Your
Oh,
hair
we're
smells.
gonna keep going.
Your hair smells great.
Okay, now I want you to look each other in the eyes. This is the most perilous room of all time, I've realized.
Your hair smells.
Why
great,
didn't I
Bondo.
record? Why didn't I videotape that? Anyway,
I showered today too.
do you guys feel
I feel
closer?
I think it was forced.
Slightly.
So maybe we.
Is
if
it
there
okay-
was a hug with eye contact.
Is it weird that I'm jealous?
You can't. You can't.
You
hug
jealous
with-
that I hugged him or that he hugged me? Or
I feel like I knew it for both of you.
My eyes were behind your shoulder though. We can't make eye.
we did.
That's kind of hard to do.
The eye contact would be weird.
There's no way you couldn't laugh and make eye contact.
I think it's weird that you showered before you came over here though.
I showered
I
before you
didn't
guys came.
I freshened up.
I
had
worked
to
out
freshen
before you
up.
guys came, and then I showered.
Just wash my hands and my face, brush my teeth.
I did put. Listen, I guess where it's getting colder and the air is changing. My face has been so broke out. I put lotion on my face earlier, and it caught me on fire. Fire.
On fire.
You guys ever do that? Like your skin starts crackling.
Oh, dude.
And it
I
gets
Are you
got,
drinking enough water?
my skin got super dried out when I got COVID because I was.
I've also been sick like the last.
I was eating not methamphetamine. What's the drug? Acetaminophen.
Acetaminophen.
Two different things.
Yeah,
bro.
so much meth, man.
Two-
My face was so bad, so broke
I
out.
wonder why
Yeah.
you were scratching.
I
it.
just kept
My
scratching.
teeth fell out.
Yeah.
Couldn't figure out what was going.
Yeah, but I didn't really know acetaminophen.
a metafin.
A metafine. Tomato.
Somebody called. Okay, they said rhinoceros, but they said rhinoceros. today.
Rhinosaurs.
I was like, yeah, it's a rhinoceros. That counts. I guess
there
it is
was-
kind of like a.
There was a
Saurus.
word that I said something like that drive my wife crazy, and I can't think of it.
I'm gonna call it a rhinoceros from now on.
Rhinosaurus.
It was a client.
There's Tyrannosaurus or Tyrannosaurus.
My 6-year-old's super into dinosaurs, and he can name every dinosaur that's ever been made up.
Are there more dinosaurs now than we were kids?
Yeah, because
They found more.
I know they just make them up. He's like, this is a whatever. I bought him this thing called the Gigantosaurus for his birthday. It's
That's not a
giant-
real one, though.
No, it's from Jurassic World.
Right. Okay.
And every movie they have to make up a new,
Yeah.
like the new alpha dino.
Yeah.
You know? And he'll bring in a toy or he'll draw. He's really good at drawing pictures. He draws a picture and he hands it to me. I was like, "Oh, is that the Indominus Rex?" And he's like, "No, that's the Jupitoposaurus." And I'm like, "What the fuck? Like, where are these things?"
Like when I was a kid, there were 3 dinosaurs: the Brontosaurus, Tyrannosaurus Rex,
The pterodactyl.
and the Triceratops.
Pterodactyl.
4, and the pterodactyl 4.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, there's Velociraptors.
Oh, there's a multiple variety of raptors. There's Velociraptors, there's Indoraptors, there's
Are those real?
no, they're none of them are real. They're extinct.
I mean,
How do we know?
were they real? How do we even know? We
Well,
don't know.
we know?
I was going to bring this up because I've heard this theory that the dinosaur bones that we see in museums, they're not real dinosaur bones. All the real dinosaur bones are locked away somewhere.
That's correct, but they make molds of them
That's
and try to
So-
piece them together.
That's-
Who has seen them?
Ooh.
evidently.
Dr. Grant? I don't
Yeah,
know.
there's a whole thing about dinosaurs did not exist because you can't see the bones.
Evidently, that's the guy that was in Con Air, and
Malkovich?
Nicolas Cage?
Nicolas Cage bought a dinosaur skull for like $3 million.
This was a long time ago, I'm sure, because he went bankrupt. Like he
Well,
bought
that's
all
one of the reasons
kinds
he
of
went
stupid
bankrupt,
stuff,
because he
yeah.
started buying stuff that was
Buy,
like
swords.
It was like a great financial decision.
He named his kid Kal-El too.
I bought me a dinosaur skull.
and his kid Kal-El,
Yeah,
like Superman.
Yeah.
Well, he was gonna be Superman.
And I've also heard that celebrities give their kids weird names like that just to put it in the press, and they'll just have their own.
You know who he
real
was
name.
also going to be? He
They just don't want to share it.
was also going to be Andy Kaufman.
Say what now? Oh, really? And like the
Pretty sure it was Nicolas Cage.
Jim Carrey.
Yes. Look up. I'm not going to tell the whole
He was gonna be Andy Kaufman.
Yeah.
He could have done it.
I have a hard time
Look
seeing
up-
anybody else. than
Look
Jim
up the
Carrey doing it.
podcast with Gilbert Gottfried and Bob Zamuda, who
Oh, that's cool. So it came from Bob Zamuda.
and he tells the story about how Jim Carrey actually got the role. He was obsessed with Andy Kaufman.
I've heard this.
He was
Yeah.
obsessed with Andy Kaufman, and he heard that Nicolas Cage was going to get the role, whatever. So, anyways, Andy Kaufman auditions he calls Bob Zamuda, flies him out to L.A. to his personal house, and he goes, I put together a reel tape for you, and I want you to watch it, reconsider me for the part.
For what? For Andy Kaufman
Andy
or
Kaufman.
Superman?
For Andy Kaufman.
Nicolas Cage put together.
No, Jim Carrey.
Okay.
So,
Oh yes, I've heard this. Yeah.
Jim
Go
Carrey
ahead.
takes him into his personal theater, starts playing these Andy Kaufman clips on his
Yeah,
theater.
I think I'd heard that. Before.
And Zamuda's just sitting there, watching, waiting on Jim Carrey to come back. And Jim pops in the end of the movie, the end of the thing, and he goes, "So what'd you think?" And he goes, "What do you mean?" And he realized that intermittently in the video of Andy Kaufman, Jim Carrey had reenacted all of those scenes,
and he thought it was.
and he thought it was Andy
Andy.
Kaufman.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Okay, you got the part." And Jim Carrey, before he'd done that, had called Nicolas Cage and said, "Oh, I talked to the producers. They don't need you no more."
Wow.
Preemptively called him and said, fuck off. I'm taking this part." And he got the
Wow.
part.
Have you ever heard Nicolas Cage say anything about that?
No. And if
I
it's
can't
not
imagine-
Nicolas Cage, I'm going to be really embarrassed.
Yeah,
but it's
I
a
can't
similar,
imagine. I can't imagine Nicolas Cage being Andy Kaufman.
almost positive it
I
was.
can.
though.
But not to
Sort
the
of,
level.
Sort of. I can't see him changing his voice that much.
Did
to
you
get
guys
the-
watch the documentary Jim and Andy?
Yeah.
Dude, talk about one of those things that make you
I thought it was really cool, but I've seen things where actors aren't real impressed with other actors that go to that level of method acting. It's like, dude, it's acting. You know what I mean? I heard Timothy Oliphant.
Yeah.
He said so he was on a talk show and asked him what he thought about that documentary, and he said, "Oh, well, I watched it in character and I didn't enjoy it. I didn't like it."
Supposedly, Shia LaBeouf was like
Yeah.
that too.
And that was a problem with that's kind of what got Eric Stoltz booted off of Back to the Future too, because he was a method actor.
Yeah.
So he was real mean to, I can't remember his name, the dude that plays Biff. But because it's the bad guy, and
Yeah.
so there's that scene in the cafe where they're pushing each other, and they kept doing take after take after take, and he would grab Biff real hard, and eventually he was like, "Dude, we're just acting. You don't have to." And he kept doing it, and he said that the guy that played Biff, he was like, "Well, that's okay because we still got that scene to shoot where I jerk his ass out of that car, but they never got to shoot it because he got shit canned."
Wow.
Wow.
Whap, whap. And Eric Stoltz still won't talk about that shit.
I mean, I don't know. People do what they got to do to get into. I mean, acting is such a weird thing. I think it's probably hard to act,
I bet it's extremely hard.
but I can't do it.
I think it would be way different on a movie set. From what I've read on a movie set, it's kind of boring. But if you're doing
Yeah,
theater
it's
or something,
so monotonous and just
You got to be ready at the
Probably
time.
a whole lot of setting shit up and waiting.
Listen, there's a great show I've been obsessed with. I watched. There's only 10 episodes. It's Pete Davidson's show. It's called Bupkis.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the episodes, like Pete Davidson plays himself. In one of the episodes, he flies to Canada for a movie part. And like his agent calls him like, you're going to be in a movie with Brad Pitt. So he's like all excited. He's like, hell yeah, Brad Pitt. So he flies to Canada and gets on the set. There's nobody there. The director is on Zoom. And like there's only like a stage assistant. And he's like, where's Brad Pitt? Where's the director? And like they bring in a stunt double, like Brad Pitt stuff. It's not really Brad Pitt. They're like, oh, they're gonna CGI his face on later. And like it like talks about like basically it's like 3 weeks of him just living in a trailer, showing up to set every day, like getting up at 5 a.m. for makeup, and they make him up for like a 5-minute long scene.
Right.
And like it's funny, like all the comedy around it. But yeah, that's what it's like. It's like you live in a trailer. You like half the time you're getting out, you're not even talking to other actors, or if you're working with some hotshot actor, they're like, don't look at him in the eye, and they give you all these rules. It's like, you know, it's not fucking all glamour like it's made out to be.
That's great, but they get paid insane amount of money.
Yeah, but they're not happy.
I know, but
they have to be miserable.
Like you do a movie, and then you get paid
too.
like, I don't know, if you got paid $100,000, that's more than most people make in a year.
If you're living in LA, you're paying more than what most.
Well, you live with your your means, and
that'd be tough.
I mean,
But I couldn't imagine being an actor in theater.
because that's over and over and over
You
again.
got to know all those lines, all those marks. It's live.
That's harder.
Yeah, that'd be way harder.
Yeah. I think it'd keep you on your toes though,
For sure.
because like it's like, okay, I wasn't real happy with what I did there. Let's do a retake. No, you're live, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
All you got is the next performance, hopefully, if you got one. And that's another thing. Like, there's actors that do the same show like 2 or 3 times a day sometimes, and they'll do them for days at a time. Like, especially if you're singing.
I think it's harder to be a musician than it is an actor.
I don't know. I've never tried to be an actor.
playing music's hard. It's not
Playing music is
is
like
hard.
a skill, and then you have to write something that people care about.
Listen, Vin Diesel is an actor.
Okay.
Like, I could,
Right.
I could out act Vin Diesel.
I agree.
Out
You
of
could.
out of a paper sack.
Yeah, he's also gay, so
Is he?
supposedly.
There
Like-
was a rumor. I don't think he was.
But he's not better than
Okay,
Freddie Mercury.
this doesn't meet the criteria. It has to be well known, an accepted fact. It has to be non-citable.
But there's no way
sources.
he even stacks up to Freddie Mercury anyway. So.
Like, what's the when you, in order to not get plagiarized, it has to be for you to not have to cite your sources. It has to be like an accepted fact, common knowledge.
Yeah, common.
Like George Washington is the first president. You don't have to have a citation. Like if you
Okay.
say Vin Diesel is gay,
I'd
there has
have to
be
cite it.
You
I'd
have
have
to
to
cite
need
your
further proof.
sources. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I've said Vin Diesel was gay on the podcast before. That's why I know it was a rumor.
I've heard it. I also
yeah.
heard that Tom Hardy's gay.
I've not heard that one. Oh.
Oh, hello, Jimmy. You sure are looking handsome today.
Hello, Bane. Joker here. Why so serious?
Would you like me to fuck you in the ass?
Well, I am an agent of chaos.
Gay Bane.
If Bane was gay, he'd be better than Freddie Mercury.
Ah, Freddie Mercury. Didn't expect to see you here.
I was born in the butthole. No, I was born in the closet. Molded by it.
I didn't come out of the closet till I was already a young man.
And by that time, Cher had already topped the charts. I'll see you guys at the Pride Parade. You know, Batman has to be. His name is the Caped Crusader. Like, that's the gayest nickname.
Wonder Boy.
Yeah. Remember the
Dick Grayson.
Remember
the
the
Wonder Boy.
Oh, Smigel, Robert
Yeah.
Smigel.
Ambiguously
Gay
gay
duo.
duo.
Yeah. Oh man, that's good stuff.
They couldn't get away with that now.
No way.
Yeah, but that was definitely a play on Batman and Robin. You know, the blatant homoerotic, like
Up on my back, Gary.
Gary, Ace and Gary.
What is everyone looking at? We've never been gayer.
Oh yes, nice
I think-
butt
I-
plug,
I think it's
Clarence.
I think it's okay because we had two men hug on the podcast, so it's like fine now. I mean, it's not an audio, or it's not a video podcast, but I can
happened.
confirm that you guys hugged for 20 seconds.
It can be heard that we stepped away from the microphones.
I don't think that was gay. I think
That wasn't gay.
There's nothing wrong with it. See, that's you got to be confident in your sexuality. There's nothing wrong with manly affection.
No,
You know, hugging your bro.
no.
I mean, in other cultures, especially European, you know, they kiss each other on the lips.
true.
Italians kiss each other when they walk out of the room.
True.
Oh,
True.
like these mobsters, big tough guys. Oh, like they kiss each other in the cheek. What are you doing? And they turn around and shoot you in the face. Like
That's right.
it's nothing. You know?
Hey, that's right. We're just guys here. You know, we're not
what
gay.
I'm
We're
saying, the
just
intent.
guys having fun.
The intent, like you can hug and kiss your wife 50 times in a day and not feel aroused.
Okay.
But when there's a little bit of intent behind it,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
that's when it kicks. You know, that's when the mojo.
And there's
kicks
something in the air when that happens.
And there's a little bow, chicka, bow, wow.
in. Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's like a chemicals that go through the air or something. Like Wawa starts playing. Brown chicken, brown cow. Why are you being so whispery weird on the mic?
I don't know. I think it'll sound cool on the headphones.
Oh my gosh. You know,
Gay Bane.
I thought the podcast was dead until we came up with Gay Bane.
A urethral sound. You will need it.
Oh, your two-sided dildo is gratefully accepted.
Time to go mobile.
I do want to say there's nothing wrong with being gay, and we're trying to celebrate Freddie Mercury's.
I'm still trying to think of
There's not.
anyone that is even close.
I mean, okay,
that
I'm not
point.
saying the greatest person of all time. I'm saying
Right.
Most talented gay guy.
most talented
Man. Gay man.
gay man.
Just as far as gay, it's okay to say he is the greatest gay man. Just as an overall, whatever that is, whatever encompasses being
can't
a
say
great
Is it
gay
okay if we
man.
say that who's the greatest black man? Is that okay?
Well, that's Martin Luther King Jr., isn't it?
Okay.
Edie, I mean.
But
I
then,
don't know.
if we go, who's the greatest man of all time?
Well, then we've got.
That's Jesus, man. That ain't even a question. Get out of here with that
Yeah.
nonsense and your gay
Go
talk.
back to church. You shouldn't have missed last
Get out of
week.
here with your gayness. That's Jesus is the greatest man.
I guess Jesus would be the greatest man of all time,
I mean,
but he's not white.
There's like Jesus.
we did say greatest white. You did say greatest white man, did you? Or did you say greatest?
Jesus
man?
isn't white.
But you just said
My
greatest
Jesus
man,
is white.
right?
I don't know about your Jesus.
Yeah.
My Jesus is white. He looks like the bass player for the Bee Gees.
And he sings real high like him too.
Staying alive, staying alive.
Yeah.
3 days later, I'm coming alive. Coming alive. I'm gonna die, but I'm gonna be staying alive.
Stigmata, stigmata.
Stigmata.
1 to 1, 1 to 1.
But if we say who's the greatest white man of all time, is
The
that
greatest
racist?
white man.
Greatest white man of all time? Kid Rock.
I can't.
Kid.
Aaron Lewis from Stain, man, he's hard bad.
The greatest white man. It's kind of like. I don't
That's
know.
hard.
Greatest white. I mean, Thomas Edison? I don't know.
it's kind of upsetting that a lot of white men are kind of not great. There've been some not great white men.
There's some good ones.
There's some good ones. There've been a lot of bad ones too.
Thomas Edison was cool.
Stole Tesla shit.
He did steal Tesla shit, so maybe he's not. Tesla's cool. Crazy.
Tesla is very cool.
Like Tesla he had a relationship with a pigeon.
Dave Thomas, he's got to be up there.
Dave
Invented the Biggie Fry. Fucking Thomas Edison invent the Dave's double? No.
I flew a kite in a storm.
If Dave Thomas is who we land on, we've decided.
Colonel Sanders.
Colonel Sanders he didn't really get successful till he was like 65 years
I
old.
thought you were gonna say he wasn't a real colonel. He was stolen valor.
He's actually a lieutenant, first class.
He really abused his colonelness.
It's colonelness.
If you wear a bolo tie,
hey, Mr. Sanders, it's the colonel. Thank you.
Bolo tie with that.
There's a General Sanders.
With
He
the-
kind of like
with the
he's
facial
like
hair too.
He kind of took it with like the Mark Twain look.
Very much.
Yeah,
Colonel Sanders is like Mark Twain.
he's
I like
the
that
Mark
look.
Twain of chicken.
He is
Undoubtedly.
weaving stories of spices throughout the land.
13.
13 herbs and spices throughout the land. I have clients from other countries. I have clients from other countries.
Who's the Ernest Hemingway of cheeseburgers?
Dave Thomas.
Dave Thomas.
Thomas is the Ernest Hemingway.
But Ernest Hemingway was like a drunk.
Say that again.
Ernest Hemingway was
Yes.
like a drunk real bad. He also wrote in like the shortest sentences of all time. If you read the Ernest Hemingway book, it's like there's no commas. It's just like the man was in the boat. The boat was at sea. Like it's not very. I mean, it's so good. That's hyperbolic what I just said,
Right.
but you know.
Far out, man.
Joe Biden. That's not hyperbole.
If Dave Thomas is the greatest white man of all time, that's who I'm almost agreeing. I mean, he was a good guy.
He made Wendy's. You know, he actually got his start under Colonel Sanders. Did you guys know that? He worked for Colonel
not.
Sanders.
No,
He worked for Colonel
I
Sanders.
feel like you're lying.
No, I swear to God.
He worked for Colonel Sanders.
Dave Thomas worked for Colonel Sanders.
And per the colonel's advice, he said, "Don't go into chicken."
Yeah, he's like, you can't be my competition. So he started a burger place.
A much better burger than McDonald's.
It is.
It used to be.
It's
I
just a
still think it's
flavorlessness
better.
to it now.
We talked about
There's a
yellow Wendy's.
flavorlessness to the Wendy's burger now.
Right.
How is there so much meat available every day? How is
There's
this
a
even
lot of
possible?
cows.
You know
Dude.
what? Freddie Mercury appreciated that.
All the meat available every day.
If anybody took advantage of that, it's Freddie Mercury. That's true. How many cows are killed? I mean, think about how many burgers are sold a day.
I've never seen the process of, like, where does your cheeseburger come from?
Well, they say that there's so many cows in this country that the methane gas from those cows is destroying the
That's
atmosphere.
fake news, though.
But that's stupid.
They've proven that to be
Because,
false.
that'd be saying there's so many people. Everybody farts.
Yeah.
Our farts aren't different than cow farts.
There's
No.
so many people. There's not enough air to breathe.
People want to...
We're running out of oxygen.
That's a fart-centric type of thing. Think about how many farts those cows are farting. What about everybody you are around every day is farting?
Think about how much fart particle is floating in this room right now.
I mean,
Because a fart just doesn't dissipate. Like all matter. What is it? Matter cannot be created or destroyed.
I have
So,
an air purifier, but
Your farts,
But-
every fart you've ever farted is still in the atmosphere.
I mean, I air this place out. I vacuum it, clean it, stuff. But you're right. There's probably fart particles in this room.
Like
Unless
how
I
many-
only farted in the bathroom.
No, it would still seep through.
That's true.
Like you have fart particles that just live in that amplifier now. They've bonded to the atoms of whatever plastic or something.
No, that's why you sound like shit.
When people listen to this podcast, that's all they hear is just farts.
knew this was poop.
How did we get there?
I don't know.
Dave Thomas is the greatest white man who ever lived.
But we can think of contenders for greatest white man. We can't think of a contender for greatest.
I know
gay man.
people hate Tom Cruise, but I think he's awesome.
He's not the greatest white man.
No.
He's
What
pretty
is he?
awesome.
What has he done?
Nothing.
Other than,
All his stunts.
yeah.
Well, Freddie Mercury, we're just saying who's the most talented white man of all time.
Most talented white man. Stevie Ray Vaughan.
No.
Pretty talented.
He's the sweatiest man of all time.
Well, that was cocaine.
Like, there's not a video of him where he's not, like,
No doubt.
profusely sweating.
Have you seen those strings though on that guitar?
Yeah.
And the action on that guitar.
Yeah.
I finally saw a video where you can see like what he was playing on, and it was not an easy playing guitar. Like
I used to play 12s, and he played 13s, and I
Yeah.
can't imagine.
he had some kind of like there's some story where he had like 13s or whatever, but it's just the action of it, dude. It's just like it looks stupid. No wonder he made those faces he made. Like I don't think he
He
was.
must have been
faking.
super strong. Or
You
he was
guys
on-
know I'm a sucker, but I mean, Paul McCartney's got to be up there. He's the most talented white guy ever.
He's probably the best musician alive. Paul McCartney. I will say that now. He is the
Maybe
greatest
not best
musician
musician,
alive.
but best songwriter.
He's the greatest musician.
He's the
just
songwriter.
greatest.
Songwriter.
Songwriter for sure.
Probably songwriter.
I mean, there's lots of other musicians that are more talented than him.
Just like as a whole package.
But the whole
Paul's up
package,
there, man.
right? The whole package.
It doesn't matter if he's a virtuoso or not to me, because the songs he's written are just so great they overshadow any
Right.
virtuosity.
The thing about music is it's not speed. Speed is not make
it's
you a good
certainly
musician.
impressive though.
It's
Whenever
impressive.
yeah, when I see somebody just shredding ass on
But
a
it's
guitar,
not. It doesn't sound good to me unless it's like
unless it's done right. Yeah, there's
unless
people
it's
that do it right.
melodic.
Yeah.
Like, but speed is not where it's at. Like, really,
I like speed. I aspire to speed, but
I
yeah, agree
I
with
aspire
you.
to fluidity.
Yeah, I
Not
would
so
love
much
to have
speed.
the speed under the hood to just call on it whenever. it's needed.
Okay, how about this? Timing is more important than
That
speed.
is that is.
Yeah.
Timing is
Feel.
everything. Feel,
Mm-hmm.
touch. Like I've seen
Listening.
people who are fast at playing guitar or even any instrument, but they're not. Their feel and their touch. If someone can't touch a guitar right, I don't care how fast you are.
Yeah, or if you just don't listen.
Yeah, like you've got to have. There's some people who are great, like they're considered great guitarists, but when they touch the guitar, I'm like, ugh. There's just
This
something
guy
about it.
again.
Like a lot of metal guitarists don't have touch. And I'm going to talk bad about Helmet. I hate it. I saw Helmet the other day and I can't stand it. Like they make great songs. I guess it's if you like the songs, but I
Saw Helmet?
yes,
Is it 1989?
I know. They were. I mean, they're good at what they do, but there's something about that kind of metal or rock or hardcore that I just don't.
It's kind of alternative, isn't it? I never got into.
The guy's a great
so much.
guitarist, but when he would play in between songs and like doing little stuff, he was
Mhm.
amazing. But then everything
songs
was
just
everything
didn't
was
dig.
just drop D. Just I don't know,
Hmm.
but I'm just not into. I thought
Nobody else playing with helmet.
huh?
Nobody else.
There's
playing?
another called some band called Soul Shine or something. They were like a heavier
Soul Shine.
or something like that. They
Do
were
you-
like a heavier
So are two words that they should never be used in any band ever
No.
again. Soul Shine.
something like that.
Do you just go to random shows? Like,
My buddy got tickets, and I said, "Okay, I'll go with you." And then I had a good time because it was just hanging with people, and I met these, met his friends, and they were cool. But I'm so particular about music. I was like, after the third song, I was like, "This is the worst." I can't stand it.
How much more?
Oh yeah, I was like, "Don't do an encore." Ah, he did an encore. But I'd also just seen the Mars Volta like 2 weeks ago, and that's like a whole other experience. It blew my mind. Like
Oh yeah.
blows my mind
Yeah,
every time I
Bondo
see
didn't
him.
get to go to that show.
It was so. I had great tickets. It cost me so much money that I was like, "Why am I like tickets are so much money."
It's stupid.
If you want to sit down at a concert and have a good seat, it's $250
Easily.
easily. Which is, you know what? I think the musicians deserve it. In a
But
way,
they're not getting all that
Yeah,
money.
they don't get a lot of
Right.
it.
That venue is is
Right.
Getting most of
Ticketmaster
it.
and all those people. They're making all the money.
Well, so they
Even
need to charge
the-
that money so they actually make money. Out.
Even the T-shirts they sell, I believe the venue gets
$60.
some of that.
The venue gets it too.
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
We should boycott every show.
You would save money. I mean,
It has to be so hard to get people to go to shows. About as hard as get people to church too. I bet.
well, it's hard to.
Bondo's not there. Let's go to the
think about it.
show.
If you go to a show, you usually have to get a hotel room. Like where
Right.
we live, I get to go.
Got to drive there. Got to eat.
Yeah.
Have gas. Got to have food. All that other
Yeah.
stuff.
I mean, I love it. It's my favorite. It's the only thing I really do that's like recreational. Really. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's. I don't take vacations. I go to
Yeah,
Pearl
I
Jam shows.
I go to shows. I've been to probably almost 20 shows since last year.
Damn.
But I love it. I mean, but I hate standing at a show. Not too old for that, but
I have to stand at a show. I can't think of any show that I sat. I had to sit at Dwight Yoakam because it was at the Paramount, and you can't really stand.
Listen, don't you?
well, you're not going to stand up for Dwight Yoakam.
Oh yeah, you are. Guitars and Cadillacs, hillbilly music. That don't make you want to get up and boot scoot and boogie, man.
I hate going to the shows at the Paramount. I hate it.
It's uncomfortable.
It is.
They
Why?
should- There's those seats.
Oh,
The seats are old and they are uncomfortable, and your ass starts sweating in them after.
Guess they're
about
made of
20, 30
velour.
minutes. Yeah,
yeah.
there's no like. I wish at least on the floor, like they should be able to take the seats out and put like some folding chairs. I don't care, because it's not like
They won't do that. They won't
No.
ever replace those.
they
Because
should.
it's like,
If they listen to this podcast, but they
I'm
won't.
sure they will. Okay, we're at an hour and 5 minutes, and I feel like we've covered so many
A lot of ground.
important.
Harvey Milk.
I knew you were going to say that.
Hurry milk.
That's an easy.
Yeah, you're going to say that. He's a gay guy. He's the first gay activist or politician or
He's a congressman. wasn't he?
congressman. Yeah.
Barney Frank. Ooh.
Barney Frank.
He's a gay congressman.
Listen, we're talking about Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, right.
Okay. If anybody listens to this podcast and they feel like they need to say who's better than Freddie Mercury, please email us.
I don't think there's a greater gay man.
No, I don't think so either. Well, we've decided that.
Somebody.
Science settled.
Give me some more gay Bane, and then we'll
Anybody find me?
do that with Bane.
Mama, I just killed a man. Put a gun against his head.
Pulled my trigger, now he's dead.
Too late. I'm just a poor boy. Nobody loves me.
He's just a poor boy from a poor family.
Scaramouche, Scaramouche.
Will you do the fandango?
Galileo.
Galileo Figaro.
Magnifico.
Oh!
Will not let me go.
Will I let you go?
Let me go.
Will I let you go?
Let it go.
Never let you go.
Let it go.
Let me go. No, 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 no.
No.
And with that said, love or no love.
Never, no, no.
Thank you for listening to the Invisible Wires podcast. You can email us at invisiblewirespodcast@gmail.com. You can interface with us on Instagram at invisible_wires. We appreciate you listening, and we hope you have a great week.